Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome every one of you to this webinar, and I want to promise you that it's going to be an engaging one at that. I can see your comments, I can see that you're dropping your comments already. And just to make this more engaging, while we wait for our facilitator who is going to come in shortly, I want everyone to just drop a comment in the chat box. Let me know where you are chatting from, where you are connecting from. Let me know where you are connecting from in the chat box. Let me know where you're commenting from the chat box. Okay? Let me know where you're commenting from, where you're connecting from. I can see that we have 31 people already getting ready to change their lives. And I'm so excited that you are here. Okay, I can see Adiremi Adejumo chatting and connecting from Lagos, Nigeria. That's good. That's good. Olufemi Adejumo, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, let me know where you guys are connecting from. Let me know where you're connecting from. Let me know where you're connecting from. Let me know where you're connecting from. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Musa Shuaibu from Abuja, Nigeria. Hey, that's the seat of power. That's the seat of power. I hope you are close to Asu Rock. Okay, Daniel Ado Paul from Abuja. Also, you're welcome to this webinar. Daniel Paul, you are welcome to this webinar. You're also in Abuja. Okay, Onye Asonye, I can see you. You are also from Lagos, Nigeria. I can see you also. Let me know where you are connecting from. Let me know where you're connecting from. Okay, Jeremiah Joseph from Mina, Niger State. Okay, Victory from Port Harcourt. Wow, that's great. You guys are welcome. 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 This is just the introductory phase of this webinar that is going to change your life, that is going to change your perspective forever. So if you're still here, let me just know where you are connecting from. Let's know where you are connecting from. Okay, I can see Matthew Ayebe from Lagos. Matthew Ayebe from Lagos. Samuel Talabi connecting from Nigeria. Well, we're all in Nigeria. I don't know which part of Nigeria you are. You will just let us know which part of Nigeria you are connecting from. But anyway, that's still fine. Samuel Talabi, you are welcome. Matthew Ayebe, you are also welcome. Okay, let's get to see and hear from others. Wait a few minutes while other people join us in this live transforming webinar. I promise you that you are going to leave here transformed. You are going to leave here with a different perspective. You're going to leave here different from what's okay. I can see Ayo Olu. I see you from Ilorin. Ayo Olu from Ilorin. Ore from Oshogbo. Joshua from Ilorin. I can see you. George Igboka from Unilag, Lagos. Shola Omonoju from Abuja. I live and I direct. Okay. Okay, live and direct. Okay, I can't wait to join this chariot. You're on the chariot already. Shola, you're on the chariot already. So, you're on the chariot already. So, just Just be calm, just be cool while we await our facilitator that will be coming in shortly. So please, I want to believe that you have your pen, you have your notepad to take down things that will be shared here, because the things that will be shared here has a capacity to transform your life forever. So, and I just want you as much as possible to pay attention to whatever will be shared here by the boss himself, who will be coming in shortly. Kayode Bakari. Kayode Bakari, I can see you. You have connecting from Ikeja. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, Buchi, you're from Lagos. You're welcome. Once again, you're welcome. If you have not dropped your location, please do so now while you still have the opportunity, because I'm going to be sharing popcorn for as many who have dropped their location. So if you have not dropped your location where you are connecting from, the popcorn will not get to you. And I'm also backing up the popcorn with a pack of creamy donuts. So if you don't tell me where you are connecting from, the popcorn and the creamy donut will not get to wherever you are. So let me have your location, let me have where you're connecting from, so that I can tell the dispatch rider to send your popcorn and your creamy donuts to you. So no location, no popcorn, no location, no creamy donuts. So who else do we have in the house that is there to tell us where they are connecting from? Who else is in the house that have not done the necessary thing? Okay, you can't hear anything. Well, I believe people can hear. Probably is your network. Maybe you will need to take a look at your network. Uh, Maybe you need to look for a good location in order to be able to uh, connect very well. So thank you very much. We have our boss in the house, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, who will be taking over from this very moment. I just want to encourage every one of you, pay attention, listen, and you'll be glad you did. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You're welcome, sir, Mr. Johnson.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay. Great. 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 See, that's. I'm excited to be here, every one of you. It's gonna be a great time together. We're gonna cruise at 10,000. Is it? Should I say 10 million feet above the ground level? So it's gonna be a lot of work today. We're gonna do a lot of work. So we're supposed to kick this off now. It's 9 a.m. in New York, then 3 p.m. in Lagos. So we can kick things off right now, and it's also 3 p.m. in UK. So we can kick things off right now, guys. So I'm super excited
Yeah.
to have every one of you here today. It's really going to be a good time. So I just want to know if we will just jump in, right off immediately, so that we can just do a lot. We have a lot of work we're going to be doing today. So thank you so much. Thank you, every single person, for taking out the time to join us today. Thank you, Wale. Super excited to have you. Thank you, thank you,
You're
thank
welcome,
you.
sir. You're
Wale
welcome.
is still gonna be here today. So my job is just to come in, do what I got to do, and then Wale will continue his job. Okay, so that's just it. I know everyone, like you guys are always expectant, like how's it gonna be? Will you be able to? Will this really be useful to me with my life? Will my life change? Will it change my perspective? Well, we've been waiting for this, and then we're finally here. So typically, the way it is with most webinar, people are in multiple time zones. Some people will, take a while to come up, but then we're not going to be waiting for people. You know, we're just going to dive in straight, and then we're going to start what we got to start to do, and then we're going to take things up from there. So, welcome everybody. I'm super excited, super stoked, and then I am going to be doing one thing right now. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. So that means that once that starts, it means that we've officially started. So just a second, I'm just going to share my screen, with you, and then we'll take it. So I understand that Wale has promised people popcorn. Better give them their popcorn and the ice cream. So I can see a lot of people, talking about their popcorn. Gucci is already asking for his popcorn. So Gucci, draw his waist very well and follow your popcorn. So, it's going to be a great time. I need to be sure in the comment section. Just drop. Uh, Let me know you can hear me from the comment section because I want people to be. I want to be sure that everyone can hear us. So if you're in the comment section, you can hear us. Just drop it in the comment section so that we can dive in. Because once we start going, we're not able to stop. So I just need to see the comment section. If you can hear us in the comment section, please just drop it and let us know you can hear us in the comment section. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Just drop it. Let us know. So it doesn't look like it just Wale that can hear me. You just need to be sure. Okay, 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 cool. Thank you, Matthew. You can see that. Okay. Uh, Kayode, okay. And then okay, great. All right then. Paste that good. So let's dive in 1 second. I'm not even sure how this works. So, but 1 second. Okay. Mm. If you can see my screen, let me know you can see my screen. Just say, let me be sure. Um, well, can you see my screen? Well, can you see my screen?
It's coming up.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
it's up now. Your screen is up now.
Okay, okay, great. So, I'm super excited, everyone. Thank you so much for taking out the time to join us today. So today we're going to be cruising. We're going to be having lots of fun. We're going to be moving really fast, and I need you to take your pen and paper to take down the note that you will need to take because you will need plenty of notes, right? So um, the webinar will start shortly. So I will just give you 1 minute to take down your pen and paper. Just 1 minute. After 1 minute, just keep going down. So just 1 minute to take down your pen and paper, and then get yourself set together. So the next 1 minute, we kick things off. So once it's 1 minute, we're gonna move straight off. Just 1 minute. In case you want to drink water like myself, like you want to take coffee, whatever, just 1 minute, we're good. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. 1 minute is over, so let's get down to business. So today we're going to be looking at the remote job operating system to land a high-paying remote job that pays 55K per year without coding, experience or even degree. Most people assume or think that you need some coding, like you need to have a lot of coding skill to be able to actually land this remote job. That's the general perspective, right? And then also something they need to have plenty of experiences. Whereas most people also think they need to have something like a degree or stuff like that. But the truth is, all these things are just not true. So today we're going to be exploring how that is going to how does that work? Like how can you do it? So we're going to be doing a lot of things like that. So let's go in. So, but a few housekeeping stuff. This is going to take us like 45 minutes or more to be able to go through this together. So you want to block out that time, you want to block out that 45 minute block out, make sure nobody distracting you, make sure you're in a quiet place, make sure you're not, it's just on your own because this is a date with destiny kind of thing, right? And secondly, you want to take plenty of notes because you need it. And then the comment section, of course, is open, so you can drop your question. At the right time, Wale is going to take a list of those questions, and then we're going to answer those questions as Wale takes them. When it's actually the right time for that, right? So that's it. And then our agenda today, every meeting there's always an agenda. So what is our agenda today? Number one, we're going to be looking at how to land a 50K, 76K, or even 100K remote job without coding skill, without experience, or without location restriction. That's number one. And then we're also going to be looking at how do you position yourself as the most qualified candidate and top choice for the job, even if you do not have that kind of experience, you don't have degree, or even if you're just getting started, how do you position yourself? And then number three, we're going to be looking at the top five hottest role, that pays 86K per month per year, plus how you can apply for them right immediately after this webinar, like no experience needed. So then also we're going to be looking at why blindly applying on job sites like Indeed, LinkedIn, etc. is a total waste of time. And then what you need to be doing instead. That's what we're going to be looking at. So it's going to be interesting. Like, I'm super excited. I can just wait to dive in. So that's it. And then also, we're also going to be looking at 120 days customized game plan. So, what's going to be a game plan for you? Like, can you have a 120 days game plan to land your own remote job? Like how you going to develop a game plan for you so that you can have it? So we're going to develop it right here today. Yeah, for you exclusively. So we're going to design that. You're going to see it live in action that you can use. You can take away right immediately to go start your own stuff. Right. How does that sound, guys? How does that sound? Like, drop stuff in the comment section. How does this sound today? Like, how does it sound? Like, I want to hear from you in the comment box. So, drop it. What do you think about this stuff we're going to be checking out today? Do you feel great about them, or do you feel so good? So, what do you think? Just drop it in the comment box. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that, let's keep going. So, first, you know, who the heck am I? Johnson Emmanuel, So this is me, I was somewhere in a radio studio. I was invited one time, just talking. I used to do a lot of this, media invites. I used to have a lot of them before. I had to just get them down because it was eating too much into my time. So I had to get them down. I was doing a lot of it before those days when I was, getting invited up left and center. And it was really fun, really. It was really, really great. But I had to, push them down a bit. So this is me in one of those situations. And then I got started, like, my journey started in 2004. And then, that's when and then in 2008, we decided to launch it to the foreign market. So in case you haven't heard so much of me, it's not your fault. It's because we've been, in international markets in 2008. That's where we've been. So that's why probably you've not heard so much about us. So I just wanted to clear that, right? So it's good. We started this journey, many, many years ago. So, and then also, this is me, in 2008, we got started in the international market. We struggled and struggled and struggled. And then by 2012, and then to date, we've launched, you know, a company that has over 100 people and stuff like that. And then we have for e-commerce company, a lot of stuff, happening simultaneously, SaaS company, many other things, that we have. But we started this whole journey, many, many years ago. So I'm just putting that so that in case you're like, oh, I don't even know who the heck this guy is. I've not met him. I understand. I understand. So that's why I'm trying to take the time so that you can meet me and I can meet you too. Also, in case you don't know, I also wrote a book called Deep Pocket Client, which was an amazing book, like life transforming book. Like at a point, last year and last 2 years, yeah. So a lot of companies it became like a handbook for a lot of companies, who are selling stuff like those in the real estate, those who are selling expensive stuff. So it became like a handbook for them they were using. So we did a lot of consulting for banks, fintechs, so like a lot of companies, we just we're just doing a lot of consulting for them. So it's crazy, man. So, and then this also me having an exclusive section with some of my guys and peeps and stuff like that. And then also I am also the co-founder of Case Marketers. Now, maybe wondering what is Case Marketers, by the way? Like, I'm the co-founder of Case Marketers, and then Case Marketer is it's a 2-year-old baby, a 3-year-old baby actually. So, but before Case Marketer, we've done a lot of other projects, a lot of stuff. So Case Marketer is a new baby, and then the goal of Case Marketer is actually to help equip people to have a lot of skill. So if you see the word KISS, it means keep it stupid simple. That's the word. So when people see KISS, they're like, "Are you gonna kiss?" No, it's like keep it stupid simple. That's what you see. KISS, KISS. So the goal is to help people master digital marketing skills or digital skills actually. General digital skills. Then also help them get a job. That's the most critical thing. You know, Anybody can have a digital skill, but they don't have the job. That's why you have a lot of broke people, all over the place who have a lot of skill, but they are broke and all those kind of things. So our job is to help you master the skill and then also help you get a job. Those two things will bridge the gap between getting the skill and landing the job. That's what we do basically, and that's what we're going to be doing today again. So now, let's look at something. The typical traditional remote hiring process versus the new process or the KISS marketers model or method. The typical hiring process, like if you want to work for a company, there's a typical traditional way they usually hire people, right? There's a traditional way it goes. So the hiring process, like let's say you're looking for a remote job right now. Now, in case you don't know, there's a traditional process everyone follows, everyone knows. So number one, the traditional process, like there's going to be like an application where you apply, you send in your application, right? And then when you send your application, a lot of people are going to send in that application from all over the world. Like, then you get a lot of inexperienced candidates who doesn't have the right skill, like everybody from around the world. So a company advertises on Indeed, and then everybody all over the world. Sometimes in the family, you can be sure that you can have three people applying for the same role, like from all over the world. So that's the typical process. So number one, you go through that hiring process, right? So then from that hiring process, when from that application where you apply, then you also now get interview. If they like your what you submitted, your CV, whatever you used to apply, they like it, then you now have interview. Usually you get like the interview stages is going to be like 4 to 6 interview stages. Like, but the interesting thing, right? The funny thing is, most people don't go beyond this stage. Like, so when you apply, they don't, you don't, they, usually you not hear back. Like, and we've heard so much of that. You know, so many people say we just applied, we didn't hear back from them. We don't know if it's a real company, if they ghosted us. We don't know anything, but we just applied and we didn't hear from them. Look, so how long have you been applying? I've been applying for 6 years, but I've not heard anything back, not a single word. And then some other people who hear things, what they hear is usually rejection, 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 rejection. So most people who apply, the application is going to end here. You understand? That's what it is. The application is going to end there. You just apply and then you move on. That's it. Nobody. Because the reason for this is because a lot of those people who apply are inexperienced. Now, when I say inexperienced, not inexperienced on the job, inexperienced on the remote hiring process, like the new method. That's the reason, right? So they apply, you don't get back, people begin to feel bad. The next thing is, are you sure this thing is even real? Are you sure this company is not a fake company? Are you sure this is not, like, you get a lot of things, from people. Like, then sometimes you begin to wonder what's happening. Like, so because now once you apply, the next phase you get to is the phase of application. But not many people get to the application phase. Most people don't never get to this phase. Like nine out of 10 people, maybe even 9.9, if there's anything like that, 9.9 people never get to this stage. Now, if you don't make it to this stage, you're going to have like 4 to 8 interviews, rigorous interviews. You see, this is not a job for the typical Nigerian company. This is a foreign job, right? So this is what is usually going to happen: 4 to 8 interviews, sometimes even more. That is the traditional process. And I'm showing you this process. We're going to show you the other process, right? So this is what you go through. That's why most people, they complain, they cry, they're like, "Oh my God, this thing is not working. This thing is tough." And then What happened next? They get frustrated and they give up. That's what 9.9 people do. And it's not their fault, right? That if you manage to get through that process, if you pass through the application process, then you get application, so you get your interview, you apply, you get the interview, then finally, you now get to the stage you've been looking for the job, and then you are excited. Like, okay, fine, I got the job, I'm excited right now. That's it. Like you say, okay, I made it finally. So everybody's excited with you. That's the traditional process, right? But there's a case marketer bridging the gap model, the process of the case marketers model, right? Of the Because if you don't know this process, you're going to have issues. It is the reason why when you apply, nobody hears, you don't hear from anybody. This is the reason because of this bridging the gap model of case marketer. Because you kind of apply, nobody hears, you don't hear from it, you don't hear from them. Then even if you make it, you hear from them, you don't make it through the interview stage. You get because you go through stage one, stage two, stage three to eight steps. They're not going to take you, right? So you're going to feel bad. What if you can actually, you know, fast track or cut out some of these processes? What if you just can't do that, right? So that's the bridging the gap model of the case marketer, right? The process of the case marketer. Number one, the first thing is to learn, like learn or master a skill. Learn, like you learn the job, you learn the skill. That's the first thing. The next thing we do when you finish learning, is your job ready. Now, you see, if you go online right now, if you just go to Twitter, right, or any of those social media platform, tell people, even on YouTube, tell people to tell you about internet, about one particular skill, one particular digital marketing skill, or one particular digital skill. Let's say project management, right? Tell them to tell something about project management, or even they can tell you they will spend 10 hours to talk about it, right? But that somebody talks about it does not mean the person is job ready. It doesn't mean the person knows it. Now, that the person knows it does not mean the person is job ready, right? So you have the skill. It is one thing to have the skill. It is another thing to be job ready. For that skill to be job ready, and that's why we've seen a lot of cases where people, when they got hired within a company, so you see somebody who has been praying, went to church, because we've seen a lot of crazy stuff. So this guy is trying to get a remote job, and then all of a sudden he finally gets an interview, and then goes through the stage of the interview, and then eventually gets the job. And then why this guy was doing that, he did a lot of fasting, a lot of praying, like a lot of kabash for those Christian guys, like a lot of fasting and a lot of praying. And then he gets the job, and then in 3 days, he gets fired. Like this guy got into his Canaan land. He got a job of close to 100K per year, and then gets fired. So what happened? Why did he get fired? What happened? Why did he get fired? This guy was not job ready before he got the job. So that's what's likely going to happen. And we've seen plenty cases like that. Like even within, when people come to us, when people tell us a lot of stories, we hear all this kind of thing because this guy came in and then it's not job ready and then he gets fired. And then some of them stays 2 weeks, some 1 month, some 3 months, and then they still get fired. So usually when the company hires a person, they put them through probation period. But they don't make it through the probation, they get fired. And then they start crying, like, oh my God. The reason is they were not job ready. So it's one thing to know the skill, it's one thing to have mastered the skills, another thing to be job ready. And this is a critical stage in all of this thing, the job readiness, so that you can actually execute the job. You can actually do what you're asked to do. You can actually be job ready. And that's the point. So if you're job ready, with this marketer, we learn you're job ready, then the next thing we do is we help you get a job. That's the critical part. Like, think about it. Like, you want to get a job. That's it. That's the most critical thing we do, within the kids market and family, to help you get a job. Because for us, this is one of the most critical part of this whole equation, getting the job. Like, there's nothing else that's as important to us as this, getting the job. Because here's the thing, you don't want to go to university, you spend 4 years to study a course, you spend 1 year to do NYC, or like if you're in Nigeria, they finish all those things, and then you don't get a job. For 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or even 10 years, you're roaming the street. We don't want that. The goal, what we do is to bridge the gap between skill acquisition and employability. We bridge those two gap. And that's the most critical thing. That's why we say we skill up African talent, and then we help those African talents to get the job so that they can also repatriate foreign currencies to their country. So how does that start? Now, I want you to look at my screen, right? This is a typical example from within our community for guys and girls who get interview because they follow this step and they listen to it. Like they're so crazy about it. Like it's a kind of typical interview. Like they get, you know, of course I have to blur their name because you have to keep them private. Here's the thing, because those days we used to leave a lot of us, so then we need to leave their names all over the place. People will go, bugging them, so okay, you're earning in dollars, please can you help me? Can you do this? And those kind of things like that. And also when they have any issue with anybody on social media, the person go to tag their company. So now we say no, we're not going to do that. We're going to protect our asset because those guys are asset. They went through a lot of stuff to get to where they are. So we started protecting them. So thanks for your. So this is a typical invite. So if you're trying to get a job, right? This is the kind of invite you're going to get. This is what gets you excited. So you've applied, right? So this is the kind of message you want to receive, and not somebody ghosting you. This is the kind of message you want to receive. Message like, thanks for your interest in our organization. Would like to set up a call with you to discuss the email marketing manager opportunity. Can you please reply with the time when you will be available in the next few days to chat over the phone about this position? So this is the kind of invite you're getting. And when you see this kind of invite, you are excited. You're like, yeah, finally made it. Right? This is the kind of thing you want to receive, the kind of message you want to receive. And then we have a lot of this message. As a matter of fact, I can use 2 hours alone to do presentation on this kind of letters, the kind of invite that our folks receive. Right? This is another one. This one is another. You can see above there. You can see where it wrote where interview invite is requested. So thank you for your response. I would like to talk to you about the email marketing opportunity with us. So I'm available. This is another email again. From that, we have a lot of things. So typically, when these things come, we just keep them in our database. Like, so this is another one from somebody wanting to also jump in as well. Now, because the truth of the matter is, the more interviews you get, the higher your chances of getting the job. So if you apply and then you don't get interviews, you don't land the job. That's why we always say within case marketer is when you're looking for that your CV does not get you the job. That's not what gets you the job. What gets you the job is the interview. So if you're focusing on the CV without focusing on the critical asset too, the interview, you're not going to get a job because your CV doesn't get you the job. Your CV might open the door, right? But it doesn't walk you into the place. So you want to get more interviews. So let's say you get 10 interviews in a month. All you need to do is to close one, right? But if you're applying and you're not getting interviews at all, what's going to be the chance of you getting the job? It's zero. Because you're applying, you're not getting the job. You're not getting interview. Nobody knows you. And then, or some people, when you hear it's rejection, like, no, you're not qualified. No, we don't want you. We don't want you. We don't want you. We don't want you. And then, that thing can actually affect your mindset, your entire mindset. It can totally mess you up. Like, can get people frustrated and even that's led some people to depression, right? Like, this feeling of rejection. Am I not good enough? What is the problem? Why am I getting rejected by almost every company? What's the matter? So they start asking themselves a lot of questions. Like, but the truth of the matter is, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. You understand? It's not their fault, but it is actually their fault because they're not doing the right thing. They're approaching it the wrong way. So here's the thing. Okay, so I'm going to say something about this one. Some companies actually, so when you do your first stage interview, they're going to give you like a second stage interview, which is usually like an assessment. In most company, they don't pay. What if you can actually get company who will pay you to do that? Some companies pay. So what if you, because this is, if they pay you, then it's a serious thing, right? So you're, because they paid you because your job, what you did is good. So they pay you for that thing you did and also employ you. So before you even get employed, you're getting paid. This is an email from one of our folks too. Say no worries, and yes, of course, you are going to get paid the $100 for the assignment. I already handed over your invoice to our accountant on Thursday. In fact, I'm not 100% sure when he's going to pay all those invoices, as it is tax season here, and I know it's swapped with work. So this is when they send a mail, but there's a follow up to this one, which was when the payment was made for that interview. So you paid, this person got paid for an interview. Like imagine getting paid for an interview. That's what happened to this person. Like just to get paid. So you pass the first stage interview. It's okay. You're gonna have the second stage interview, but we're gonna pay you if we like it. So the second stage interview, they instead of them to tell. So this today exchange rate, this is almost 200,000 naira. That's a lot of money, right? So that's what happens, within the case marketers family, kind of crazy stuff. So this is another interview request, say thank you for, so it is so much, but I'm not going to go through a lot of all those things. But this is what you want to be getting, because the more you give, the more your chances of getting the job. Like if you don't get anyone, you're not going to get a job. That's the truth. So if you're applying, you're not hearing back, or you're getting rejected, you're not going to get a job. So these are applications for people. Like it doesn't matter the experience from all manner of places. Now then, even now people get job from China. So our focus actually is in China. Our focus is actually within Europe, US, Canada, and all those kind of places. But we get people who also land job from China too. Like so, this was one of a person who did so well, and then he got to a stage, and then they're asking him, "Okay, please bring your guarantors, bring your reference check," and eventually he started. He's working with this company. I think it's about 2 years now with this company and stuff like that. Just using the right method. Now, you see, some of the things we're going to be talking about today will probably conflict with what you know, what everybody has told you, like what you hear. But think about it. If those things they told you was actually good, you would have landed a job, isn't it? But because it's not the truth, most people just say head knowledge. They've not really actually experienced it. They've not really, they just say what they think, and their assumption, they will fly with that assumption. But that's not what we're going to be doing today. We're using facts on ground based on what people have got done, based on real life experiences, right? So that's it. Now, this is another interview request. Like, I could go on show you just interview requests. I'm taking this time to show you this so you see that, hey, listen, there's a new way to do stuff. There's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it. So this is an interview request. This job is actually a huge job. I think this is over 100,000 job. I think it's about 160,000 job. Per year, 160K per year. Imagine that. For that, this person doesn't have much experience, but this person landed the job. So that's the first stage interview, and then and then for this company it plays out in the US, and then this they stop the wrote, and then eventually it was the first stage interview. Hey, thank you for applying to a lifecycle marketing director position here. Of course, after close the company, we're impressed with your qualification. I would like to set up a now. If you, I want you to know this one thing. Can you see when you apply to get a job for a foreign company versus when a Nigerian company is inviting you for a job interview? Can you see the difference? So when a foreign company is inviting you, can see so many respect. You can see the way they say. Like, but with Nigerian company will make it seem like they're doing you a favor. But they're not doing you a favor, right? But you can see so much respect that they are doing. They say, so we are impressed with your qualification. I would like to set up a time to talk. Now, they even give you the option to pick the time. So you will go, check the time that you want. You can see the lot of the respect that they give to you, when you're trying to get a job. Versus with a typical Nigerian company, where they tell you, no, you have to come by 10 a.m. on Monday. Even if Monday is not okay for you, they tell you just come, you just have to come. You just have to come on Monday. And then you just say, okay, whether you like it or not, you just have to come on Monday. And then you're looking at, but Monday is not going to work for me. They say, if you don't come on Monday, forget this job. But yeah, these guys respect you, right? Because it's a developed country, right? So also, this is the second stage interview for this same person. right? So thanks for taking the time. So and then we enjoyed getting to know you. So we enjoyed getting to know you because you've passed the first stage. So they've known you in the first stage. So they say that we enjoyed getting to know you. And then this is the final stage when you actually landed this job. And then this was the person also, getting a lot of meeting the leadership. So when you meet the leadership, I mean, you're done. So this is meeting the leadership. That's why they said, which is a call with 5 team members for 30 minutes each, because you're meeting the leadership, you're meeting the CEO of the company at this stage, you're meeting the top echelon of the company, the big boys of the company. But okay, at this point, you've gotten the job already, so it's as good as closed deal. So why am I taking the time to share this with you? I'm taking the time to share this with you so you understand what works versus what doesn't work. And I know on Twitter, on Facebook, I see this in a lot. People say, "Oh no, it's not true. It's this saying, oh, remote work doesn't exist, blah blah," and all manner of things. You see, what you don't know is what you don't know, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it, right? So these are some of the guys, who have come across our path, the companies around, but we're not going to mess around with all those things. We're just going to dive into stuff. And then these are some of our students, hitting, interviews and stuff like that. These are people. Now, this is a real job. Now, this is not an interview, right? Now, this is a real job. This is somebody landing a job, like getting the job, a real life job. Why? Because the process that works, right? Now, this other person landing a job, in Canada, with the top 20 company in Canada too, right? And this other company another person landing a job of 50K, right? These are real people, real human beings, not just went through the application, the interview, and the job process. Now, this another person landing a new job as well, right? So I'm taking the time to tell you that all this so that you will know you can do it too. And I believe you can. But if I believe in you, can you do me a favor by believing in yourself? So I believe you can do it. I don't care where you are. I don't care about your gender. I don't care about your age. I don't care about anything about you, anything you've been through. I don't care what the economy is saying. I don't care about anything. I just believe you can do it. I believe you can. Now, do me a favor by believing you can actually do it. That's it. So if I believe, if my positivity hit your positivity, then it works for you. So now, in case you're wondering, is this right for you? Now, listen, is this training right for you? Yes, it is. So let's say you're frustrated with the old way of trying to do things, and then you want to quickly land a new job without making silly excuses, without making silly mistakes, right? Yeah, this is it. Today is for you, right? Then also you want to switch career because we have a lot of people who have switched career. We have people who are in architecture or who switch careers into tech. We have people who are clergy who also switch career. We have even security agents who switch career. We have a lot of people who switch careers. So if you want to switch career, like you're working with a company, you're not so good. What they're paying you is not so good, but you want to switch career, or you want to travel abroad. Because this is another set of people we have. You want to travel abroad. We are thinking, I want to travel abroad. What do I do? So you want to travel abroad. This is because you don't just want to go to any country from Nigeria empty-handed. You want to have some skills. So you want to travel abroad, and then you want to land a job. Now this is for you too. So let's say you've tried a lot of other things. You've tried applying on job boards, like you've done a lot of crazy stuff, but it didn't work out for you. Today, so you're happy there. So if you're not sure, where to focus your time, you're overwhelmed by so many options. And guys, there are a lot of options. Look, listen, there are a lot of podcasts, a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of content, like so many stuff. And then what happens when you have too many things like this? You get overwhelmed by options, and then you don't know what to do. You're confused about what you're going to do. Like if you're at that point, I understand. Today's your day. But let's first address the big elephant in the room. Because people just come in and then they say, okay, if I tell you you won a ticket to fly to America, right? If I say, okay, you've won a ticket. I'm gonna pay your flight ticket to America. And then you're excited, like, yay! I'm finally going to fly to America. All right, you're happy because I'm going to pay your ticket. You're good, right? We're good. We're happy with that. But then, do you have a visa? Do you have a visa? You have a ticket. Do you have a visa? So let's address the big elephant in the room. So the big elephant in the room is this. This is not going to work for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody. We need to state that clearly up front. So it's you need to have some form of leverage for this to work for you. So what we're going to be sharing today, like what we've shared and more that we're going to be sharing, it's going to be you need to have some kind of leverage. Leverage. So leverage. What do I mean by leverage? Leverage could be time and it could be money. Like that's the truth. It could be time, it could be money. So it could be some little things, but you're gonna have some form of leverage. Like so, you see, one thing I've noticed with life is when we have nothing, we are totally down and out. It is usually harder for us to get up. But if you have 1,000, it is easier to turn down your 1,000 naira to 3,000 naira. But if you don't have 1,000 naira, that's like a seed. You can't turn anything. So there's going to be some form of leverage. So in case you have a problem with that, let's just pause. So you just know that this is not for you. If you don't believe in any leverage, you need some form of leverage. Like I said, leverage could be time and it could be money. But the best leverage is not even time. The best leverage is money, because money can always buy time, right? But time buy money, but it takes a lot of time. So that's why you need some form of leverage to be able to get started. Number two, you know, the truth of the matter is the other thing is the big elephant in the room is that this online marketing thing, like most of you here today, I presume you're here because the internet possess or present a huge opportunities for you, but you're not sure how. You're not sure how that works. You're not sure. You're not sure. You know it has opportunity, but you're not sure how. Right? So that's the thing. So, but the internet has changed. When we got started in 2004, and then it changed, and it changes really, really fast. So it has changed. The opportunity now has changed. The game has changed completely. Right? So I want you to know that now. The typical old way people make money online, which I'm telling you has changed. The typical way almost everybody knows. I'm sure some of you here may have tried that way, the old way. And yeah, it is actually the old way, right? The old way is usually, people tell you sell online courses, do drop shipping, you can sell online courses, start selling online courses today, you will make a lot of money. But you see, online courses is like a cycle. So let me explain to you. If I sell a course to you, right? Maybe a course on how to make money, you buy the course, right? You now know how to do it. You now make your own course, right? When you make your own course on how to make money, you teach other people, right? They now know how to do it. They now make their own course. Can you see the cycle now? It's a cycle. That's why it appears like the thing is not working in Nigeria again, because it's a cycle. It has reached a cycle. It has reached a cycle because this one lane, this one lane, this one lane. So we've reached, it got all around the cycle. So that's why it's not working. So right now, it's okay. I want to, in fact, you do that, you waste all your time. The next thing people talk about is drop shipping. Let's do drop shipping. But drop shipping is crazy, it's tough. In fact, in some countries, there are some laws that is even buying, all those things. So it's crazy. It's really crazy. So that's not the effective way. Then of course the next thing is okay, oh yeah, let me do affiliate marketing. Well, there's money in affiliate marketing, right? But it's still a cycle that you will get and you get exhausted. And I know a lot of people, big time players in internet, we're doing internet, a lot of internet thing. Now, I'm not even talking about in Nigeria, guys, yeah, made lots of money in Nigeria. I'm talking about people abroad, like I can mention them. Most of you, I have a lot of friends abroad who did this thing, but they've stopped doing it. They did it for so many years, and then when it got to the cycle, they stopped making as much as they were making because it's a cycle, right? It's not a skill that will help you. Like one of our students will always say, that he wants something he can do when he's old, a skill he can use anywhere. It's a cycle. Like that's the truth. So and then if you want to run a business, online business, like you want to sell a course, right? Let's say you want to sell a course, right? So you need to hustle for sale. Like if you're selling courses, you need to hustle for the sale. Every time you'll be out hustling for sales. Like that's what it is. Like, do you know what it is? People don't tell you all those things, but you will hustle for every sale. You will hustle, you'll be there hustling for sales. Then you also be there creating content. You will create content on Twitter, on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube. You create Facebook, like you create a lot of content. It's a crazy work that nobody talks about. But it is truth. Like it's a lot of work. You can't even compare that with landing a job, like which you will not go through those process. Like so you create a lot of content, a lot of it, a lot of content. Because you run ads too. You run ads, like you spend money to run ads. What if you don't have money to run ads? Or what if you don't know how? Because you can have the money to run ads, yet you don't know how to run the ads. So you do that. That's what you do. Then also, you also do a lot of social media posting. Every day you are posting on social media because that's how you get a customer. That's you hustling. So you need to do that, a lot of social media posting as well. Then also, you host events, you host webinar, like this like this kind of event, both virtual. This is our first webinar. Like we don't hope to get anything out of this. But here's the thing: when you're doing that, you have to do a lot of webinar, a lot of it every week. In fact, I knew a friend one time who was doing webinar every single day. Is that not slavery? Is that not slavery? Then so the Facebook, this everything we're going to do today has nothing to do with Facebook, has nothing to do with Twitter, has nothing to do with you creating content and all those kind of things. I mean, it's about getting a job, right? So the old way of also doing this thing again, number two, is Amazon KDP. They tell you, okay, let's do Amazon KDP, right? Like we do a lot of Amazon KDP. Let's do a lot of podcasting, a lot of influencer marketing, a lot of all these things that will just end up wasting all your time. You don't have those time. You don't have it. So now let's go to the big elephant in the room. Most people, when they're looking to get a job, what do? They lie on their CV. So I call it hyperbolic resume. So they lie so much on their resume. But like I told you, right? Like I told you, your lies will find you out. How? Because your resume will get you the interview, right? But the interview needs to get you the job. So if you lie on on your resume, then when you get to the job, when you get to the interview stage, because don't forget, most likely you're going to have like between 4 to 8 stages of interview, depending on the size of the company. So if you're going to have that amount of interview, they will see through your lie, they'll see through your BS, and then you will not move to the next stage. You don't want to do that, right? So because that's what most people do. They sell services online, on social media. That's okay. These services will help you choose your CV. What they're practically telling you is, we're going to help you lie on your CV. Okay, let's assume, let's agree. They help you lie on your CV. Will they help you do the interview? Because when you lie, you don't know the question they're going to ask you. So you see how that approach doesn't work. It's the old, outdated way, how it doesn't work. Then the next thing, which is the biggest thing I see people do a lot, is to blindly, and I use the word blindly, apply on job boards. Indeed, whatever job board, just apply blindly. And that's why you don't get when you do those things, you don't hear back from people. They don't talk to you again. Like they ghosted you, and you don't make progress. You're not able to all those kind of interviews and job I sent you. You're not able to get them because you lied on your CV. You lied on your CV and you couldn't pass the interview because you were not job ready. So now the job board, people don't understand how the job board works, right? So this process kills everything. So this is how the typical job board, when you apply, let me tell you one thing you should know about the job board. When it comes to application, because in case you're applying blindly, in case you're applying blindly on job, applying, to jobs blindly on the internet, let me tell you what happened. There's something called ATS. It's called applicant tracking system, right? So let me explain to you how it works. You see, recruiters or companies receive a lot of application from people from around the world. So let's say they have a role, they advertise that role. Let's say the role of a project manager. So they advertise that role. From around the world, they're going to have like let's say maybe 5,000 people who apply for that role. So this company do not have that time to go through 5,000 applications. So what they do, they use a tool called applicant tracking system. So, or ATS for short. So ATS, they position the ATS and say, hey, ATS, if this person has so and so experience, so and so job skill, so and so this, they say these keywords, if you find five of this keyword, please let this person go to the interview stage. If you do not find it, this person will not go to the next stage. So if you apply blindly, because ATS has seen that you don't have those keywords that they want, you don't have those relevant things they want. So what they do is you don't hear back from them. So if you're not hearing from them, this is likely why you're not hearing from them. And then if you just apply and then they tell you after 2 days, you're sorry, we cannot go to the next stage. That is actually an automated message programmed within the ATS to say that to you after 2 days. It's okay, after 2 days, if the person apply, after 2 days, reach out to the person and say, oh, we're sorry, you can't make it, we have other options we're going with. Because it is technology that actually eliminated you. Yeah, that's what eliminated you. Technology. It's what eliminated you. Nothing else, just technology. So that's why it's so critical that whatever you do, you must understand that this process is very, very important. That's why you do not blindly apply on the internet. You don't just do what everybody else is doing because they say, okay, oh yeah, I see the job advertisement. Oh yeah, let me apply. Oh yes, let me lie on my CV. Because even if you deceive the ATS, which is the applicant tracking system, if you deceive the ATS, then you'll be caught because then you'll not meet with the person. When you meet with the person, with a real human being, and then you'll not be able to get the job. You're not able to go beyond that first step. You'll not be able to go beyond the step, not because of anything, because you did not do the right thing, because you tried to cheat and then you didn't, of course. Because you need to also know that technology is a huge weapon that companies are using right now. So you need to understand that this thing can play a critical role in actually moving you to the next step or not even moving you to the next step. So you need to understand that. So if you're doing all those things, you need to know that you don't assume that you're the only person applying for a role. So if you go online, you see something on Indeed, then you start applying for it. There are 10,000 plus other people from around the world applying for the same thing. Then all of you will apply. ATS will just take like 10% of you. So just 10% of those 10,000 of you that apply, HCL may just say 100 people. That's when we get to the job. I want to tell you something that recruitment is very tough on companies. So companies cannot go through 10,000 applications. They can't. Nobody can. So they use technology, even 100, to they streamline it to 100. 100 is still a lot. So you need to understand what happened. So in case you're not hearing from company, this is probably the reason why you're not hearing from them. Then in case you also hear from company, then you after first stage interview, they say, oh, sorry, we can't talk with you. It's probably because your resume deceived the guy, the deceived the ATS, and then they eventually invited you for an interview. But when you go to interview, after first stage interview, they say, okay, no, you're not good enough. So of course they will not tell you you're not good enough. They will tell you, oh, we have other option. They'll say it nicely. They will reject you nicely. You know how they say this thing. They just say it in a nice way so that you will not feel bad. And then they move on. But the truth of the matter is, even if you come to beg, they will not tell. They will still move on. And if you come to say, okay, can you tell me the reason why I was rejected? 99% of the time, they will not tell you why you were rejected. Companies will not tell you 99% of the time. They won't tell you why you were rejected. You understand? So it's just the truth. I just want you to understand that. And, it's how it works. No, now, let me tell you something about remote job, about companies generally. You know, you need to understand this. First, when you do the interview stage, you're going to meet the first person you're going to meet is a recruiter. So that recruiter is the person who read your resume. So as soon as you applied, the recruiter is the person who saw that your resume, who saw it that felt impressed by your resume, right? The recruiter is the person. The recruiter does not have experience. He doesn't have experience about the role. Let's say you are looking for you applied for a project management role, or a project manager's role. So the recruiter is not an it's not a subject matter expert on that thing. So I only just to try to employ you. After the recruiter, the next person you're going to meet is the manager, your hiring manager. Now, your hiring manager is your like your boss, your direct reporting line, like your organ on the job. Now, this guy is a very powerful guy. Most people pay so much attention to this person. This person, well, it's okay to respect this person. It's okay, but this person is actually the main guy because he's the one who determines if you are hired or not. Most people don't know. Your hiring manager is the one who determines whether you're hired or not. In fact, as a matter of fact, when you finish your interview with this first stage, in case you don't know, let me tell you. After this first stage interview, this person, this hiring manager, takes the recording of this interview and then forwards it to the hiring manager who will listen to this interview. If the person listen to this interview and then the person likes it, the person will say, okay, we'll come back to this person and say, can you please schedule a meeting? I want to like meet with this person. So you will not get an email like, oh yeah, we're moving you forward to the next step. This guy can say no to you, can say yes to you. This guy is the guy you should fear. This guy needs to be feared. This guy needs to be respected, not the recruiter. The recruiter can say no, but then the hiring manager says yes. You still come. The chance of you making it is still there because the hiring manager is the person hiring, is the one directly responsible, right? So, and because I've seen a lot of people talk so much, give recruiters. The recruiter is just it's an HR person, but the hiring manager is most likely not an HR person. So because I've seen a lot of people give so many powers to the recruiter, but the hiring manager is the person who does the job. So that's why you need to fear the person. So after your recruiter, then you now meet with the leadership. If you see one of the stuff I sent with you, one of the stuff I shared with you just now, you saw the person said they want to meet with that you should meet with the five people. Those are the leadership. These are the CEO, the CEO. These are the other people you're going to be meeting within the company. Right. So I want you to understand how this works first. You need to understand how it works. Because you will not just be chasing shadows, so that you not just go, you're applying blindly, you don't know what you're doing, you're just doing it, and then it's not working. Because that's what most people do. And you're lucky today because you're here. You're here today because you now know that what people are doing is not the correct thing that should be done. Okay. But still going. I told you we have a lot of things, a lot of grounds we're going to be covering today. Now, let's look at the new way. The new way of getting job. The new way. Right? So is to master a skill and then you land a remote job, earn in dollars and spend in naira. That's the new way. I don't care what anybody says is going to say to you, but this is the new way. So the new way, and I've been talking about this, for a long time, like any dollar spending naira, like, I've been talking about it so long, so long. Now, if you look at my screen, you will see that I tweeted this out in 2021. This is 2004, just like 3 years ago. So I've been talking about this, like any dollars, spending naira, and dollars. Most people did not listen to me. Like I've been talking about this. If you look at this other tweet I tweeted again, this is 2020. Far back 4 years ago, I've been talking about this. People didn't listen. Now today, the dollar is 100, almost 2,000 naira to a dollar. But when it was 500, I was screaming. People didn't listen. When it was 300, I was screaming. People didn't listen. Right? See where we are today. So, if you want to land a remote job, there are 5 things you must do. There are 5 things you must do. Like, if you want to land this job, there are 5 things you must do. 5. Only 5. Number 1, you must master an in-demand skill. It's very critical. You must master an in-demand skill. You must master that in-demand skill. You must, because people will pay you for a skill. People will pay you for a service. People will pay for a value. You not just say, I know. Most people here will say, I have even mastered 3. Most people, when they come to us, they tell us they've mastered 3. They've mastered 5. We laugh because when we take them through a job test skill, they don't know it. They don't know it. They don't know it. Like, and we see this again and again and again and again. When people just gonna say, sure, yes, I have it. You say, okay, no problem. You have how many? They say they have 3. Okay. We say name them, they list them. It's okay. When we say let us go through a job analysis process test, a job analysis test, when we go through it, discover that they are not. And even they themselves, like we have evidences, videos upon video because we like to record all those sections. When they look at it, they are the one that will often say, "Oh, I don't have it. Oh, I thought I did, but I don't." Like, whoa, I don't. So I know that we're quick to say we have it, we have it, we have it, we have it, we have it. I know it, I know it. And because when you go online, people talk about things they don't even know. So people just go on blog, copy stuff, and they come to post it online. People go to ChatGPT, generate stuff, and post it. And then when they post all those things, naturally, the next thing you think is they know it. But in actual sense, they don't. Right? They do not know it. And that's what we see again and again and again and again and again and again. So when you say, before you just say, I know it, yes, I know it, and raise up your hand and say, yes, I know it. The question is, do you think you actually know it? Do you think you actually pass a job analysis test? Because that's another thing. If you think you know it, you say you know it, and then you now get to the job analysis test, and then you don't know it. Or eventually you skip our job analysis test, and then you now get the job. When you get the job, three days they sack you. 1 week they sack you because you don't know it. That's the truth. So this is a critical part. This is like the most critical part of this whole game. This is because people are going to pay you for a value. The next step is you need to have the remote job mindset. Most people just come and say, okay, I'm in Nigeria. It's not possible for me. You know, my parents, we've not done anything before. We've not even traveled. I don't even know anybody. It's not possible. Look at me now. Look at me. Poor me. No, no, no. This kind of mindset is a terrible mindset. It's a defeatist mindset. You need to have the right mindset. I know you've heard about mindset before. But listen, it is anywhere where the right mindset it's needed is this remote job. You need it. You need the right mindset. You need to believe you can. And that's one of the things we try to do to knock you, to make you believe that you can't do it. So yes, you can get a job. Yes, it's possible. Yeah, yes, but I've never spoken to a foreigner before. I don't even have a Igbo. What about my accent? Do you think they will hear me? Do you think my accent is okay? Do you think my English is good? Do you think this? Do you think that? All those things are the things that will make you not to get it. You don't want to have those things. The truth is, you are just good as you are. And yes, we even have people with very thick Yoruba accent, thick Igbotic accent, but they still got jobs. So leave all those things. The thing is, the most thing you should worry about is number one, the in-demand skill. That's what you should worry about, not your accent. You see, people don't care about all those things as long as you can do the job. That's what they care about. So long as you can do the job, that's it. So you need to have that mindset that you can get a job. Oh, because this is so important. Because most people, we've seen people who come to say, I've not spoken to Igbo before. Yes, I've watched foreign movies, but I've not actually spoken one-on-one with Igbo before. Like one-on-one. I've not spoken. I don't think I will hear what they ask me question. Do you think I will hear what they're asking? All those things are the things that this defective mindset, you don't want it. So you need to have the right mind. This is critical because you know why this is critical? You may not know until you now walk into the room virtually, into that online meeting. And then you're not speaking. You see people sweating. People just be sweating. Like just be sweating. Just be sweating. We say, no, don't sweat. That's why all the things we do, we prepare you for this stage. That's one part of the things we do within Kids Market. We prepare you for this stage. We cook you so that we don't release you until we feel you've been cooked properly. Right? We cook you for this stage. We cook you so that when you get there, you can boldly look at the Oyibos in their faces and tell them yes. When you ask them questions, you are talking with a lot of passion, a lot of boldness, and then you're looking at them eyeball for eyeball, and they're like, oh gosh, who the heck is this guy? Who the heck is this babe? Yes, that's the kind of thing we do. Right. So the next thing is the job readiness. So you have the skill, but that's not enough. Is the skill ready for the job? Can you use the skill can you actually execute this job? So that's the job readiness we're talking about. Can you truly get the job done? Because if you're not job ready, if the skill is not job ready, the skill you have is not job ready skill, you can't do the job. What's going to happen is you're not able to land the job. It's so basic, but so critical. You can't get the job. You can't. And listen, they will see through it. They will see through it. They will see through it. The next thing is your job asset. There are lots of job assets will help you create. You need to have those job assets. Those job assets, you need it. Then the next thing again is the okay, you get to ask what are those job assets? Now there are a variety of job assets that will help you, will sit down with you based on your unique situation, look at those your job asset and help you create those job assets that will help you get to where you are going to go to. So it's very critical. Those job assets are very, very important that you want to have. Oh, I know somebody is saying, job asset, do you mean my resume? Do you mean, yes, resume is part of your job asset, but not in the way you've been seeing it, not in the way you've been dealing with it, not in the way you've been handling it. So we look at your holistic job, we look at your job asset holistically and help you see that job asset, how it's going to help you get the job that you want to get. And the next thing is the case marketers job winners. So we have what we call the case marketer job winners, which is a career team. We have a dedicated career team who will walk you through. The first thing, one of the things a career team is even going to do is to help you do a mock interview, like a mock interview. So when you after that interview, you talk and talk and they'll say, no, 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 you are not good yet. You got this one right. How do you even introduce yourself within the first 1 minute when you get into that interview? A mock interview, it's a real mock because we train you on the skill, you do the job, and then we do a mock interview for you, really. But this is not about case marketer. But I just have to tell you that. So, in case you are thinking it's not possible for you to land a remote job, here's the thing. Because I want to break some myths. Some myth is some myths. People have this myth that I don't have a degree. It doesn't matter. Like, in fact, we have a student, who has a PhD. So when he came to he has a PhD. And then when he was applying for this job, so he was asking us, should he include his PhD? And his PhD, it's in a totally different discipline, like around something like water resources there, about something totally different. Just said, no, you don't need your PhD, remove it. And then what about your BSc? It's not, remove it. He has those degrees. He has those first degree, second degree, third degree. We told him to remove it because it's not really in alignment with where he was going. So we had to remove it. And then he got a job. He had the PhD, he had the result. We got the job without those things, with just experience. With just the experience we asked him to do, to enlist. Hey, he got a job. So the point I'm saying is, people think they need those degrees. Like those things are so. I'm not saying they're not important. If you have them, great, great, great. But those things should not limit you. Should not stop you already. So people also believe they have some years of experience. Typically, most people need just 0 to 2 years experience to get started. Finish. Don't let anybody complicate it. It's just usually between 0 to 2 years experience to get a job. That's just the truth. Most of the people who we know who are getting a job, who we've helped get a job, it's usually between 0 and 2 years experience. Is at 0 and 2 years experience. That's what they usually get. 0 and 2 years experience, no more than that. So also they say you need coding skill. That's not true. They say you cannot earn like coders or like programmers if you don't have their skill. That's not true. Look, listen, I know a lot of programmers who are broke. And when I say broke, I mean totally broke. Like I know a lot of programmers who are heavily broke. Like I know plenty who are broke. And I know plenty who don't have remote job. I know plenty. Like I've seen them. So it's that's not it. So that's not the criteria, really. But am I saying does it mean that those programming thing is not good? No, I'm not saying so. But what I'm saying is you don't need those things to really get it. And yes, you can earn like that. You don't need those. You don't need to be tech savvy. You just need to be able to create value in the marketplace. The next thing is, I failed before. I tried to do it before. It didn't work out. Therefore, I'm going to fail. Like, those are myths. Those are lies you keep telling to you. These are lies you tell yourself because you want to keep doing what you've always done. These are not true. So they say you need to be based in the US. That's not true. Like 90% of our students, they're not based out in the US. They're based outside the US. They're not based in the US. So that's not true at all. So just leave that alone. The truth of the matter is, right now in America, they're looking for skill, like valuable skill, and they're looking at adaptability over degrees or location. They don't care. They want to see, do you have this skill, the valuable skills, and then can you adopt? When I mean adopt is this, let me explain. You have the skill. Can you adapt? Let's say you're in Nigeria, right? And then this company is based out in New York. Now, okay, there's a 5 hours difference between New York and Nigeria. If we give you this job, you can work your time. Can you adapt to our time zone? That's one of the things they will ask. Can you adapt to our time zone? So what that means is that when we start work here in New York, that's when you start work. Can you adopt? You say, sure. But of course, why not? Are we? Some of them will say, okay, we don't want you to adopt. We just want you to work 3 hours our time, overlap 3 hours. What that means is that you can start working You have to be live with us because we need to do meeting 3 hours to New York time. So you need to work 3 hours New York time. So is that a thing you cannot do? You can. Even if they say you should work their time zone, won't you work it? All you need to do is when they are sleeping, you are sleeping. When the people in America are sleeping, you are sleeping. When people when they are awake, you are awake. That's what you do, basically. Is not it? It's simple. So these are the things. That's why they value this. They value your skill and your adaptability, being able to adapt to those settings. That's are the thing that companies are looking for. So I say that because I want us to look at the hiring trend. There's been some hiring trend since COVID, and say the thing you cannot are facts. You can't dispute facts. You can't argue facts, right? So if you look at it, 62% of companies surveyed in 2004 said they are more likely going to hire talent from abroad, from outside the US. And this is a source from the US Career Institute. I mean, one of the most reputed career institution in the US. 62% of companies say they would prefer to hire people from abroad. 62% of companies. So if anybody's telling you there's no chance of that, those are all just what they don't know. People are saying what they don't know. But 62% are saying, yeah, we would like to hire people from abroad, not from the US. Why? It is cheaper to hire from abroad than to hire from the US. So it's okay, will not. And then if because most companies, like some of our students, when they hire them, because they are based in Nigeria, the company doesn't pay tax. They don't do tax. They don't do 401. It's actually called 401k. So they don't do those contributions. So that's the company saving money. So they only pay you salary. They don't pay you don't get tax. So the company is saving money. Right. So you see how they look at it. So it makes a lot of sense. So 30% of US companies reported a significant increase in hiring foreign workers remotely. So the trend is crazy. It's going up. It's going up. There's nobody tell you anything. You get people are telling you, okay, right now, more companies are hiring more people right now than ever before. That if you're not hired, it's not because they're not hiring. You know this thing where if you stay in an estate, like, and then you've not been to the vicinity, you've not hung out with people, you will not even know that there's a beer parlor on the street because you don't that's not your thing. You don't know until one day somebody tells you, there's a beer parlor here. It's like, I didn't know. That beer parlor always existed. It's just that you didn't know it was existing on your estate. You get that now. So it's simply that people that have not experienced it does not mean it's not happening. It is happening. So the thing is, how do I position myself to experience it? That's what you should be saying. 50% of US companies are leveraging remote worker to access skilled professionals. 50%. Can you imagine that? So it's crazy. Let nobody tell you they are not hiring, we're not doing it. This is it. And this is also by McKinsey. This is not a small, we all know McKinsey, one of the respected consulting company. Say 50% of US companies are leveraging remote worker to access skilled. So they need you. They need you. I can't say that enough. So 25% of US companies hiring international remotely. Like 20%. They keep hiring. Like it's crazy. And then companies save an average of now listen to this. I love this. Companies save an average of 30 to 50% hiring remotely. This is business insiders. So that's it. So what are you saying? So if you're not getting it, it doesn't mean it's not happening. It's because you have not just gotten it. You're not there yet. And then the big one. I see people the other day they were scared. Donald Trump's victory is gonna even make it more easier for companies to hire more. Yeah. It's going to mean that because some people will not be able to get visa, so you'll be able to get job. They'll hire you. They don't need you. They don't need to be physically present in the US. They don't need to hire you. So the Trump victory it's even another booster to the whole thing. So if for anything, I'm excited that Donald Trump won and not Kamala. I'm excited because because it gives our guys a lot more opportunity. And Donald Trump is pro business, like he's a business minded person. He's pro business, right? So and then Donald Trump is also known for making. He's going to make American government more efficient. So he's going to cut down the size of government. It's going to save more money. So what does that mean? Companies are also going to follow suit. They're also going to save money. They're also going to look for cheaper talents from abroad. So if anything, I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. So now this is a real job offer letter from one of our students. This person got a job, it's 3,000. This is a real job offer, letter. We just have to, you know, crop out some portion of it to the person anonymous. So you can see this is $3,000 per month. I know you may say $3,000 per month is not big enough. I understand, but if you multiply $3,000 by 1,700, do you know what that means in a month? You know what that means in a month? That's a lot of money. You multiply that, you'll be earning a lot of crazy money per month. A lot. A whole lot of money per month. Like a lot of money per month that you'll be earning every single month. Well, multiply that. So it's a lot that is really, really happening. Like a lot that you need to see. Like a lot. So if you do that, you see that every month you're going home with so much money that you can actually take. Like so much, almost over 5 million every single month. So this is a big job. Then this is a job, another job, this is another job from one of our students. This is another job. Now, I just wanted to say this before we say this. How can you land this job? That's the most critical step. But before we answer that question, I want you to drop in the comment section. Is this making sense to you? I want Wale to read those comments. Like, is it making sense to you? Is this anywhere? Like, just want you to drop it. We're not going to continue. Just want you to drop it in the comment section and tell me if this is making sense to you. I've just been going. I'm excited about this because I told you guys that I was going to drop a lot of bombs, right? So is this making sense to you? Is this? I get excited about this prospect. Excited about this opportunity. Like I just want for you to read the comment. So drop the comment and start this in the box. Let's see the comment. Drop it, guys. Let's go. Okay, so Wale, please read the comment, please.
Yeah, Shola Omonoju. I believe I can do it.
Okay, great. That's great. Okay, go ahead.
Olufemi Adejumo. Yes, it is making great sense. Then Paidi, sorry if I'm not pronouncing the name as well. Paidi Piper, it's making sense.
Okay, guys,
Adejumo,
go ahead.
okay, is making sense. Boko Shuaibu, yes, it is making sense.
Okay, let's pause. Let's continue. So the next thing is, I'm glad to hear all those things because I need to be sure that I'm not wasting my time. So the next thing is, and wasting my time and also wasting your time too. So the next thing is, how can you land a job without this coding experience, without skill? How can you land it? That's the big thing. How can you do it? I know that's what you want to know, right? So I'm going to tell you. 3 steps to securing a remote job. There are 3 steps. Number one, you need to skill up. You need to skill. And like I said, you don't just assume you know it. Most people say they know it, but they don't. They say, oh, yeah, 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 I have the skill. But eventually, it's not that they don't have it. That's number one. Number two, you need to create those assets, those job assets. You need those job assets. Number three, you need to get the interview. That's how you get a job. You need to get that interview. That's it. Then this is a job from it's a $5,000 job from somebody who got secured. It's a doctor actually. Somebody secured this within an NGO. Say, hey, I got hired by international NGO based in Seattle. So this is that kind of thing. So she's gonna be working. She's started working, already from Lagos already, and then the company is based out in Seattle. And then the company also flies out. Like I know she has been flown 4 times this year alone. The company, all sponsored by the company, right? So that's it. So now let me tell you first about before I tell you the step, I told you the step already. Let me tell you the industry that will hire remotely without needing coding. You don't need those coding. Number one, the marketing guys. You see, a lot of companies are creating a lot of products, like software companies. They're creating a lot of products. They need guys who will help them market those products, right? Those guys, so to those marketing, they need guys who help them market those products. So that's marketing. The marketing industry is need a lot of people. So because here's the thing: if the coding guys create all the product, right? Somebody needs to market the product. So I want you to imagine this. And marketing is very fast. There are a lot of areas in marketing, right? So I want you to imagine this first. If I'm a coder, see me like somebody who invented electricity. Now, in your house, you've connected your house to that national grid. That is what the coders do, right? But then, if the bulb, what you care more about is the bulb. You want to see the bulb light in your house. You want to see those light, physical light in your house. You want to see. That's what you want. You don't care about. You say, yes, I'm connected to national grid, but we don't have light in my house because I'm not seeing the bulb shine. I want to see the bulb shine. So that's what marketers do. Marketers take those skills, those coding programs, those programs you've done. The marketers take those things and they shine it to the wall. That's what the marketers do, right? So the next one is sales. Somebody needs to sell those stuff. Sales and marketing are not the same thing. They're two different things. So sales guys, they need this. Those guys, they need people to help them market the product. They need people to help them sell the product. They need people to help them, the growth industries. People who help them grow the product, grow user base. So the growth, certain industries that are like in these are not. You don't need any coding skills here. And these guys need people badly, like badly. Then the other thing is products, product designers, product marketers, product this, product that, product that. These guys need people badly. The next one is the digital projects management. These guys need people badly. They need people so much right now. Now, I'm going to share some skills, some rules that will pay you huge salary right now. The first one, at least here today, is the tech sales. What are the tech sales guys? What do they do? The tech sales guys, they help companies sell their tech product. That's what they do. And their salary range between 45 and 165,000. That's the salary range, plus bonuses and commission. They get all those things. Then the next guys is the e-commerce. These guys make a ton of crazy money. The e-commerce marketing guys, they make a ton of money right now because the entire space is a $1 trillion industry. So they need these guys to come and help them sell those products. So market those products. So this is a crazy industry right now. The other one is project and product management and marketing. This is insane. Product marketing, so much stuff, so much products, so much softwares are being created. They need product marketers to sell those products. The next one is conversion optimization rate. So if you see, just look at the salary range for these guys. And I know you are thinking, are you sure I can get this? Yes, you can if you get the skill. That's the skill. So what's standing between you and it is the skill. Now, conversion rate specialists, what do they do? So they help you get more result by doing less. That's what conversion rate optimization guys do. So let's say you have a website and then you send people to your website. You send 100 people to your website. If you send 100 people to your website and only 5 people buy stuff on your website, right? You send 100 and then only 5 bought from it. What happens is that the conversion rate optimization guys come to help you improve that number from 5 to 20 to 50. That's what they do. That's why they call them conversion rate optimization. So the next one, and this one is huge. This one is huge. The email marketing. This is huge. I am sure you joined this meeting today with an email. You couldn't have joined without an email. So these guys are the hottest. They are crazy right now. Like people are looking for them all over the place. Like this, if there's anything I would even recommend you to join right now to any skill where I want you to do any skill now is this one. Email marketing. This is huge. This is where guys are looking for people right now, like right today. Today, people are looking for people in this area. Now, why do people love those guys who do email? Because right now, the email has the highest return on investment. So every time a company spends $40 on email, anytime a company spends $1 on email, they get back $40. That's it. The statistics is all over the place. This is a fact. So say a company spends $1 on email, they get back $40. So that's why these guys, they are looking for email marketers like crazy. They are looking for them all over the place. They're looking for them all over the place. The second one reason is because of the rise of digital brand. So brands rely on email to communicate with their customers. They can't do anything without email communication, right? So they need that email. So they want to boost retention. They want to reduce churn. They need email. They want to be attached and acquainted to their customers. They need email. So brands are crazily in love with email right now. So they're looking for people who can actually use email for them, who can actually help them get some better result with email. So brands are all over the place looking for this kind of guys. So that is where you come in. Email is so huge right now. Email, because companies are like, oh my god, like so much. The next thing is email is actually the quickest path to landing a remote job because there's high demand, right? Because it's a versatile skill. Email marketing is a very versatile skill. You can start today, you can grow to become a senior in 3 years. It's a very versatile skill. It's one of the biggest versatile skill right now. Like I can't recommend it enough for anyone. Like it's crazy right now. Now let me show you the career path. Now just look at this. This is entry level. You don't have any experience here. That's the point. You don't have any experience, right? This is the career progression. And just this how you can move really fast as an email marketing manager. This is career. You start as an entry level. You don't have experience, or you have a little experience, right? So you're going to be on $45,000 to $60,000 salary per year. You just got started. You don't have any experience, or you don't have much experience. So you're going to be on $45,000 to $60,000 salary. So within 2 to 3 years, you become an associate, right? So in that case, you have like 2 or 3 years experience. So you'll be doing like 55 to $70,000 per year. So your salary has increased, right? Then within 3 to 5 years, you have a lot of experience. So you become an email marketing manager. In that case, you'll be earning between 70 and 85,000. That's your ideal salary, right? So within 5 to 7 years, you have a lot more experience. Then you'll be doing like 85 to 110, right? Because you are now a senior email marketing manager, right? So also, as you grow, you become a CRM marketing manager. This time you're doing between 100 and 110, right? 100 and 130, right? This is between 5 to 7 years, 5 to 8 years, about. Then when you become a director, you'll be doing between 160 and 120. And then also when you become a VP of email or VP of marketing, you'll be doing at 150 to 50,000. But here's the thing I want you to know. I know from here to here, it's looking like it's going to take you like 8 years. But we have seen people rise this thing in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. We have a strategy for doing that. So within 3 to 5 years, people have gone from this one, from entry level to to VP of marketing within 3 years and 5 years. We've seen it happen several times. We've seen it happen. Like people just move. So you look at it, look at the graph, look at it. You're starting from left, look at your left, your first boss, 0 to 1, to move straight. You can do this in 3 to 5 years. We have a way of helping our people make this happen. So you don't have to spend 8 years or 10 years. Knowledge compresses time. Do you know that? Knowledge compresses time. Right. So email marketing is so hot right now that if there's anything I would tell people to do right off now, it's email marketing. Because companies are actually looking for people who can actually help them with their email marketing right now. Companies all over the place looking for people. Now, here's the thing I want you to avoid. Mistakes I want you to avoid. Number one mistake I want you to avoid is going to figure it out on your own. Because that's why people don't get this job. Okay, don't worry, I'll figure it out on my own. You must avoid this mistake. You cannot figure it out. Maybe you can, but after like 10 years. And by that time, that trend, things come and go. What works 5 years ago may not necessarily be working now, right? Because technology improves and it improves with speed. So while you are busy trying to figure it out yourself, that trend may have come and gone. Before you eventually figure it out, the trend may have gone. And that's the thing people don't understand. So you don't want to figure it out. This is a mistake you must avoid because knowledge compresses time, right? So the next thing mistake you want to avoid is, do you think they will hire me? You want to avoid asking that question. Instead, you want to ask more intelligent question like, how do I make them hire me? That's the more intelligent question. Because here's the thing. If you ask this is like a defeatist question. But when you say, how can I make them hire me? That's a more intelligent question to ask. So I showed you already a real job offer. This is another one. This is $100,000 job from one of our students. You can see email marketing, right? You can see email marketing. This is $100,000 job, right? Somebody imagine what that would be. That's like even at $1,000, that's almost more than over 300 million per year salary. How many people earn that in Nigeria of today? Let's be real. How many people do that? Let's be real. How many? That's it. This is a position of email marketing manager. Without experience, the person is working remotely, right? So I want you to understand this. How many people earn this today in Nigeria? So is it possible now? Is it possible to today? Today is 8th of November. Is it possible to land a job within the next 120 days? Is it possible? My answer is yes. So if it is, let's develop a game plan for you. Or what should be the game plan? The game plan is first you acquire the skill, right? The next one is you assemble the asset and your interview and all those things. That's the next one. And the third one is to get a job. That's it. 120 days. But how do we customize this for you? Really? So okay, but then before I tell you how we customize this for you, I'll tell you this. Within the first 90 days, it is about skill acquisition. So the next 90 days, your job should be to acquire skill, the skill that is needed, and then not just the skill, you're also job ready within the first 190 days, right? That's what you want to do. Like within the first 90 days. Now, once you get the skill, the Kiss Marketer model, this is our model. You get the skill, we help you get the skill, we help you get a job. For us, the skill and the job is very critical. The skill and the job. No skill, no job. No job, no skill. That's it. So they go hand in hand for us together. And then again, another thing we do with Kiss Marketer, which people don't know, I think a lot of people don't know, because when we feel all through the process, we help you get. You only pay attrition is you only pay 10%, 10% of attrition, between 10 and 20% actually of attrition. That's what you pay. So after you pay this 10% of the tuition, the 90% of our tuition you will pay only once you get the job and you start working. And then you spread that, even once you do that, we also spread out the payment within this frame of 6 to 12 months, usually 12 months, so you can have enough time. So you want to join the bootcamp, for example, you only pay 10% of our tuition. Then when you get a job, right, you not pay the rest. Then we spread it out for you for within 12 months. That's what we do because what we feel through the process. So if you don't get it, you don't pay. Right? What we feel. So we're putting our money where our mouth is, really. So this is another job interview process, right? This is another job. These are guys who are landing interview, all over the place. This one's, and then this is a job of $76,000, per year because of a process that works, right? This is a job, my biggest accomplishment is landing a job with a great company and salary and benefit. This is another job. This is another job, right? Now, let us look at the game plan, the case marketer game plan. Let's look at it. Number one, within the case marketers, when the first thing is we will help you launch your career. Like, so you're going to meet a personalized coach, a mentor, like a career mentor who's going to help you. Like that's the first thing we help you do to launch your career. You meet a personalized coach, a mentor is going to help you launch it. Now, and this mentor is going to be with you from the beginning. When you come into our boot camp or when you come to Peace Marketers, really, this mentor is going to be with you from the beginning to the end of your step. You're not until you really want to say you don't want the mentor again. So from the beginning to the end, all right, you launch your career. Once you launch your career, the next thing we're going to do for you is to learn and apply. That's what we're talking about the job readiness. Learn and apply. Most people learn, they don't apply. So what we're doing here is you have hands-on practical. You solve real life problems. Like we're talking about email marketing, for example, right now. Email marketing, you're going to be running a real life email marketing campaign yourself within the Kiss Marketer. So nobody's telling you any theory. This is you doing real practical stuff yourself. You're going to be doing real practical stuff. Then number three, within the case marketer's process, within the case marketer game plan is externship. So our externship is you don't have experience, right? Today, as we speak, you don't have any experience. But within our externship program, you will get the experience you need to get a job. So you don't need to go get any experience anywhere. The experience will give you the experience within our externship program. So now you don't have experience as of today, but when you could get into an extension program, you get that experience that you need to get a job. Now that's cool. Then we ask career service team. So you want to get a job, you want to do the interviews, you want to do the mock interviews. Our team will going to take you through the mock interviews. You know how you present yourself, like everything. Our team will do all those things for you. Like you walk with you throughout. So you can blast the interview, you can blast anything, all the questions, how you answer the questions, how you do all these things. Our team will just help you do it. Everything from the beginning to the end. Our team will just take you through the process, like real life stuff, real career service stuff, like real stuff. Like and then like you have like a personal career mentor who's going to help you do all those things. Like it's insane. But that's one of the things that our team will do for you, right? Then the next thing is that the team then will then help you with the job interview, kill the interview, and all those things, salary negotiation. Sometimes the company say, okay, they're going to pay you 5,000. We say, no, tell them this, tell them that, and they can pay you 7,000. This kind of thing, right? Yeah. So that's it. And then, of course, the most critical part, that one you want to hear, is you get hired. Then you are between 45 and 145,000, per month as salary. So how cool is that? That's the case marketer game plan. I know what you're waiting for. What is your own game plan? We have something for you. Your personalized 120 days game plan, right? That is it. 120 days game plan, your own, customized for you. So here's the thing. Here's how that works, right? Number one, your game plan is you master within the next 2 months, 3 months, you master the email marketing skills that you need. You master it. That's it. You're gonna focus on that. Right? Now you master that. Then the next thing is you assemble your job asset and your interview and all those things. You assemble those things together. Then number three, you get your job. Right? But here's the thing though. The first 90 days from today, your focus should be on this email marketing and job asset accumulation or acquisition. That's the first 90 days. Like from today to the next 90 days, that's what you're going to do. So the last 30 days is where you're going to get a job. You get it now. So this is what I want you to understand. This is a game plan, powerful game plan you can use, to do that. And then, you see, people always ask us, are we sure? Look at it. This is an email. People, companies seeking out our students, reaching out to us. So when we're talking about getting the job, there are two ways. One, either you want to go through the application route or we do referrals because we get people who reach out to us every time asking us to help them send our student to them. They want to get our student, they reach out to us, okay, please, can you guys send us your student? You guys are doing a great job, raising people. Please send students to us as our staff. We want them to come and work for us and stuff like that. So we get a lot of this email. You can see email like this. I've been following and interacting with your tweet and email for a while, and all I can say is well done. Thank you. So I run a retention marketing agency. I am looking to hire some rockstar email marketers and copywriter. If you have any or anyone in your cycle looking for similar opportunity, you can recommend or point me towards them. It would be a lot of help. You will get a lot of this. And they also get a lot of this. Bro, can you guys send some email wizard, our way? We appreciate true and we need them urgently. Like this is the kind of mail we get. If that's also mail we get, I need a favor. I'm looking for an experienced marketer to employ full time. Do you have recommendation, please? So we get a lot of all those things, right? So this was a typical kind of offer our student get, right? Hey, thanks for getting back to me. I believe it would be an excellent fit for an email marketing team. As far as compensation goes, the salary for this role is around 110,000 plus 10% annual bonus eligibility. Is this a range you can accommodate? This is typically a company asking our student if they can accommodate 110,000. If it's you, what would you say? Like somebody is asking you, will you take 100,000? Like if I come and ask you, say, hey Joseph, will you take 100,000? I want to hire you. Can you accommodate 100,000 dollar salary, what would you say? This kind of offer a student get. Like, is it okay? Can we give you 110,000, 100,000, please? This is what they basically say. This is the offer the student gave because they follow those process we mentioned. Now, email marketing is so hard right now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is the range they pay right now. This is a real life job. That this is a job, right? A job. Like this is what they're offering email marketers right now, right? This is what they're offering email marketers right now. This is it. This is what they're offering email marketers, right? So this is insane right now. Can you imagine? Can you beat this? So, and not just that, they're paying between 78 and $100,000. That's not even the, they have compensation, right? They have benefit package and 401k. They have 100%, remote, freedom to travel, open vacation policy, and a lot of other benefits, including relocation. So this is insane right now. It's like insane right now. So you see what people are doing, what companies are doing, the kind of crazy thing. Now, this one of our students who got this our student got hired by a company. So when he got hired by this company, the company now said, okay, we'll place you on trial for 6 weeks, we'll pay you 6,000. So if you move, if you're good, we'll then take you. Of course. So within 6 weeks, this person was hired. If I did not actually get to 6 weeks, they still paid him the 6,000. He also got hired after within that. I think it was the third or fourth week that they looked at what he was doing. They hired him. This was a guy who had no experience whatsoever, zero experience about email marketing, no experience whatsoever. Right. So this is the 100,000 job as well. So the question you want to ask is why are companies paying so much for email marketing? I already answered that question partly. It's because for every $1 you spend on email marketing, the company get back $40. So they need people to make them money. So what you should do next, your next step is do nothing. Say, come on, is this all? Yeah, okay, is this all? When you say is this all, when people ask me that, the first question I always tell them is, what if it's not all? Or what if it's all? Now, if it's too small, if you think you know better, how come it's not reflecting in your life? Because you don't know. What you don't know is what you don't know. Right. So the next thing is you can make excuses and continue. Come on, let me continue. I will figure it out. Let me just make excuses. And what kind of excuses can you make? I don't have money. I don't have time. I don't have leverage. I don't have this. I don't have that. Instead of actually saying, how can I get it? But you say, no, I don't. Okay, next year. No, I don't have time. I'm very busy now. Those are excuses you can make. And then if that's what you want, that's fine because it's your choice. Right? So the next thing you can do is you can go to YouTube. Let me go and figure out email marketing. But I tell you what, that's what 90% of people are doing, and that's why they're not getting the job. Because you can't find the answers there. You will get overwhelmed by options there. That's the problem. You can't find the answers. So because you're going to get confused and you get frustrated, right? That's not the answer is not there. So you can decide to do what 1% of the people do. So everybody here on this webinar today, 1% of you are going to do something that's smart. But the rest 99% are not going to do it. And that's why next year people go from webinar to webinar to webinar to webinar. People do it. In fact, some people once they finish this webinar, they're jumping on another webinar. Once they finish that one, they're jumping on another one. After that one, they're jumping on another one. So they go from webinar to webinar to webinar, just like that. But 1% of people here, or even less than 1%, will do something smart. And you know what that is? I'll tell you. So if you want to go to America, there are 4 ways you can go to America right now. Like right now, today, there are 4 ways you can go to America. Like you want to visit America. There are 4 ways you can go to America. Number one, and I think this is a good way you can trek to America. You can trek. Yeah, you can trek. People trek to America. Our forefathers trek to America. You can trek. What happens if a gorilla eats you on the road or you don't make it? Okay, that's fine. It's a choice. But you can trek to America, right? Then number two, you can drive to America. Some people drove the other day, people drove from UK to Nigeria. So you can drive to America too, right? Then also number three, you can decide to take commercial flight. So commercial flight, you join a lot of people on that commercial flight. They press you. You're all there, but then they cancel your flight, or they may not. In good that they may cancel your flight. You're not certain if they will not cancel your flight. You're not certain about anything. So you may get there, they just delay you. It's okay. Oh, you fly. Oh, we cannot travel again next tomorrow. Oh, they can tell you all those things. But the fourth way is you can use a private jet. So in private jet, you have certainty, absolute certainty that you're going to get to America within the time you want to get to America, right? So that's it. These are the four ways you can travel to America right now. Okay, I have a quote. People always ask me, I want my best quote. Whatever you're looking for is also looking for you. That's one of my best quotes. Anything you're looking for today, anything you're looking for is also looking for you, but not this version of you. You want to earn in dollars, you want to get a remote job is also looking for you, because I've shown you already how companies are seriously looking for people. So remote job is also looking for you, but not this version of you. Remote job wants a better version of you, not this version of you. This version of you cannot get you a remote job. So if you want to get a remote job that pays well, this version of you cannot do it. So whatever you're looking for is also looking for you, but not this version of you, right? This version of you cannot get you what you're looking for. Another great quote I have is, until there's a mindset shift, you can't land a remote job. And it's the truth. So whatever you're looking for is looking for you, but not this version of you. The mindset shift to get a job. Okay. Now look at this. How do you decide to travel? It's your choice. Number one, you can say, okay, you want to trek. Number two, you want to take private jet, right? So these are people who are using private jet to fly. These are people who decide that, look, you know what? I want to travel with a private jet. I don't want to trek. I want to fly with a private jet. These are people, right? So I'm excited to announce that I got a role. I will share the detail in our next live section. These are people who are using private jet. These are people I'm finding certainly a new phase. These are people who are using private jet to fly. Now, can I do it on my own? Well, yeah, you can trek. That's you trekking. So when you do it, when you see you want to do stuff on your own, you want to trek on your own, you want to do this, it's you trekking. You may get there, but maybe in the next 10 years, right? You may get there, you must have made a lot of mistake. That's you trekking. Now, the fact, on average, our students come to us having wasted 5 years. Most of our students, they've wasted a lot of time, 5 years on average, and sometimes a lot of money, trying to do things themselves, trying to figure things out themselves, and by listening to a lot of people. Then 86% of our students land job. 86% of our students. Let's say that again. 86% of our students land job within the first 6 months. 86% of them land. So that's impressive, isn't it? Okay. Now the next thing is, what if the question I want to ask is, what if you don't have to apply to get job? What if actually recruiters are the one chasing you? Like, what if they chase you? Like, you don't have to apply to them. And then what if we guarantee you that from now, and then we sign, actually, you and I, we sign that within the next 6 months, we're going to get you a job. What if we do that? Would it make sense? Like, will it make sense to you? And then what if you never have to face another job rejection? You never have to get ghosted by a company. You never have to get rejected. You never have to get all those nonsense. You never have to experience them again. What if? Well, what if we can help you master a skill and you land the job with certainty within the next 6 months? Well, it's possible. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you how. Yep. Our email marketing certification bootcamp. Yeah. So if you look at it, this is it. If you see your screen, you see this is serious business for us. Like it's about launching your dream career in tech without coding skill, and in 5 months you've launched it already. We'll help you guide you through the process, right? This is your certificate on the right. This is your badge on the right as well. These are your certificate. You can see that we'll train you, we'll cook you, we'll take you through the entire process, right? So you join an email marketing education bootcamp to land a job that pays for 5,000 plus a year, right? As a starter, then you're going to be learning directly through personalized mentorship from real life industry guys who are already in the front line. They're like, you're learning from mentors who are doing the job, not people who are talking it. Like real mentors doing the job. You're learning from them, right? You're learning from them. right? So you're learning from these guys. You also you also solve business problems. So this is like a real case study. Like you are doing not theory, you're actually doing it. You say, okay, you are doing campaign. Yes, you're actually doing it. Like real life stuff. You're gonna be doing it. So you also practice what you learn. You have opportunity to practice what you learn, like real life, right? You're gonna be doing that. And then you're also going to learn that from a mentor in a life setting, like real life stuff. These are not no, you're going to be learning real life stuff, right? And then you also land a job. If you don't pay. How does that sound? Okay. Now, here's the thing though. The case marketer model, I told you about it before. Our model is this. You help you get the skill, and then you pay just the tuition is about 10 to 20% upfront tuition that you're going to pay. The remaining 90% tuition you do not pay until you get a job. That's a model, right? Then the next one is you get a job. Once you want to get in, you pay 10% of the tuition, you get a job. Then once you get a job, that's when you then start working, right? Then when you start working, that's when you then pay the 90% between 12 months period. So how does that sound? Cool, right? Because we're with you all through the process. We're not going to leave you. We're not going to abandon you. We're going to be with you from the beginning to the end. We're with you all through the process. Now, that's what we do within the case market. Now, I do.
Hello guys,
Now,
my name
listen
is
to this.
Princeton
Listen to
and this
this.
is my short video of
Listen to this.
my
So far
experience
today.
at the email marketing boot camp
There's practices
organized
within
by
us.
Kiss
That's what you're
Marketers.
hearing now. Let me play that again. Just listen to this guy. Listen.
Hello guys, my name is Princeton and this is my short video of my experience at the email marketing boot camp organized by Kiss Marketers. I think one word I'll use is like very optimistic. So the first few weeks we did theory, we did a lot of book work and trying to get the basic knowledge about email marketing. Those first few weeks, or those the first 2 months, I think, were very like very there was so much eagerness in me because I was learning a lot and I wanted to put into practice. But the next few months, because we had it about 6 months, the next few about 10 7 8 weeks, which about 4 months, were so tough, so demanding. The tasks we had, the exercises, the assignments, the group works, it was so tough. I couldn't keep up at some point, but I was determined and it was so exciting. I really, really appreciate the opportunity. Big shout out to Obina, big shout out to Mr. Johnson and the whole Kiss marketing team that really, really put this together. It was so enlightening, and I would I am proud to say that I could and I would be a good email marketer. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's that, right? That's that. Okay, there's another one. That's another one. These guys are working currently.
Hello, everyone.
These guys are working. So these guys are working, right? They're working. Sorry. Okay, so okay, here you go.
Hello, everyone. Today, I'll be sharing my experience with kids marketers. I've been around the school for the past 6 months, and I can tell you it has been an incredible journey with a comprehensive curriculum which spans from the fundamentals of marketing to advanced techniques. The courses were so much informative and also practical. I got hands-on training with leading email marketing software like Active Campaign, and this really gave me the necessary load experience. Likewise, one of those things that really sets kids marketers apart is the mentorship program, and likewise the internship program. You have opportunity to work with industry experts, and we're able to learn almost everything needed to be an expert in email marketing. So I can tell you this for free if you're interested in changing your career or mastering email marketing the right way, then Kiss Marketers is you. best bet. Trust me.
Okay,
Thank you
guys,
very much.
guys. So let me give you another one. One more for the road. Let me give you one more. Right.
Hi, my name is Obonaya Uchena. I signed up for the email marketing certification from Kissmetrics, and it's been amazing so far. As an affiliate marketer, I thought I knew a bit about email marketing, but so far I just realized I actually know nothing. So it's been overwhelming because it's so good. It's so good. It comes with um, very great explanations in sections. All right. After every section, there are assignments, case studies, um, stuff for us to do. And after we do that, we have to submit it. We have live sessions with Mr. Johnson, Emmanuel himself. And so far, I can say it's been one of my best investments so far this year. And I just can't wait to.
Okay, guys. So we could go on and on and on and on. I know I said let me stop it. Let me just give you one more again because
My name is Vivian Okudi, and I'm super excited to share with you my experience with the Kids Marketers Email Certification Program. It is one of the best online trainings I've had, and I've had many. The email certification program is a well-rounded program that focuses both on the theory aspect and the practical aspect. They teach you how to do the work so that you can actually help your clients make more money with email marketing. Before I started this program, I didn't really know much about email marketing, but for the past 4 to 5 months with on the training, I've learned so many things. I've learned how to create customer journeys. I've learned how to design emails. I've learned how to develop email marketing strategies.
okay, guys. No, I'm going to pause this because I know we've been here for a while. We've learned a lot, right? So I'm showing those things so you see it, how it works. So your 4 to 6 month game plan, right? This is your 4 to 6 month game plan. From now to the next 4 to 6 months, what can change for you? Number one, you will launch your career. You meet a coach, your personalized coach, right? Within the next 4 to 6 months, what's going to happen for you, right? Number two, Number two, you will learn and practice. You will launch a career in email marketing, right? Then you learn and practice, email marketing yourself, right? Within the next 4 to 6 months, right? Then you will get into our extension program where you actually work on real life projects, real work projects, right? Then you have a career team, a career service team help you, with one on one to help you land a job, right? Then will help you kill the all the interviews, all the salary negotiations and benefit. Will help you with all those things. Our team. So if a company wanted to pay you like 5,000, we can help you raise it up to like 6, 7,000 extra, right? So and then also the next one, you get hired. Like this can happen for you within the next 4 to 6 months. But if you allow yourself to make it happen, it can happen for you. We can make it happen for you, right? You've seen it for other people. It can happen for you too. Now, the board guarantee is this: if you don't get a job, you don't get to pay us. It's that simple. You don't get to pay. You don't pay us if you don't get a job. Now, in case you're asking yourself, when does this registration start? Registration opens today and it's going to close tomorrow. It's 24 hours. It opens today, it's going to close tomorrow. Just 24 hours. Yes, our trainings are usually online, 100% online. And you don't need any experience to start. You don't need to be techie. You don't need anything. You don't need any of those things, right? And then also, does age matter? Age doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you how you get registered. Now, just 1 second. I'll tell you. I know you have some questions. I'll answer that. Just 1 second. So, your age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you stay. None of those things matter. Will you get a job? Yes, you get a job. Number two, so how much does it cost? I know that's what you've been waiting. Like, what's the tuition? What's the tuition fee? What does tuition cost? I know that's what you want to know. Now, you see, the truth is that we turn down more people who want to join our boot camps than we accept. We turned out a lot more people than we accept. We didn't want to join our boot camps, right? For obvious reasons. So the boot camp is not for everybody. It's not for people who make excuses. It's not for lazy people. It's not for people who are looking for magic wand. It's for people who walk. It's not for people who are disrespectful, who are rude. It's for people who are actually ready to walk, right? So now that is, I need to point that if you don't like to take actions, you don't like to follow simple instructions, this is not probably not going to be for you, right? Now the big elephant in the room: how much is the boot camp? What's tuition? Now private university today will charge you like 18 million to get into private university. That's what's going to charge. That's what's going to cost you. And then with that, you spend like 4 years to get a 4 years plus 18 million. That's what you're going to spend. You also spend another. Wasted 4 years of your life. Then you spend another additional 1 year. That's total of 5 years, right? Then to get it. Then hopefully that's what you're going to spend 18 million, 5 years of your life, right? Then private university, with private university model, you spend 4 years of your life, right? Plus 4 years for the program, plus 1 year for NYC, plus 18 million. That's what you're going to spend. Go to private university in Nigeria. And then what will happen? You manage to get a job that pays you 350,000 naira per month. That's what will happen. That's what will happen. And then if you get that's if you even get a job, right? But then our model is different. The case marketer's plan for you is this. You come to work to our boot camp 4 to 6 months within our boot camps, and then we help you get a job, and then you get 55 to whatever amount of money per month, a salary, a year salary. That's our model. Now, so the value of our boot camp today is 18 million. That's the value of our boot camp today. That's 18 million. Because that's what you're going to pay. So 18 million, you got everything here within our boot camp, right? But I know most of you cannot afford 18 million. Let's be real. Nobody has that. Most people don't have that to afford, right? But it's 18 million, so you'll be in our boot camp. So but that's the thing. Most people cannot afford 18 million. That's the economic fact. Most people cannot afford 18 million. So what are you going to do? So let's scratch 18 million. Let's not ask you to pay 18 million. What about 12 million? Yeah, because if you get a job that pays you $45,000, 12 million is worth it. So it's not a big deal, right? But people may not have that amount too, right? So let's scratch that. 9 million. Yep. That's fair enough because you're going to get a job that's guaranteed. If you don't get it, you don't pay. You don't get to pay us, right? But let's scratch that because that's not the economic reality, right? So what about this is what we're going to do, 3.1 million. That's it. That's the final tuition for our bootcamp for the email marketing certification program. That's the final tuition. But you do not pay 3.1 million today. You only pay 15. You only pay 16% of that. So instead of you to pay this, you just pay 500,000 today to get into our bootcamp. Our bootcamp starting next month. But once you register, once you get in, we onboard you, then we'll communicate the date. We know the date, but we don't release our date until it's only those who are within our boot camps that know the date. We will do that for administrative purposes, right? Because we don't want people jumping into our boot camps, unauthorized. That's why what makes us get the kind of result we get, right? So 3.1 million, but you will pay 500,000 to get in. That's it. Then that's the thing. That's what you pay 500,000 today. So you balance the rest after you get a job and start working. That's it, right? So 500,000 today. That's it. That's what you're going to do today. And then again, in case you don't have 500, so yes, that's the payment plan we come up with. You do that, but this is the best option for us, though. For you, for everybody, this is the best option. But if you don't have it, we understand. So you pay 200 today. In the next 3 months, you pay 130 per month. That's it. 200 right now, 130. But this is only available from now till tomorrow. If you do this today, you're going to join our podcast. So in case you're thinking, why do I pay? There's guarantee. You fear nothing. There's a link too. There's a link too within this within the comment section. There's a link. Just you can click on that link too. That link can also lead you there. So in case you don't get it, so there's a link there. So this is it. So this is the account detail. You can send it to us today. Then we'll be able to start your process. So if you have any question, Wale, if there's any question, let's take it. Then let's round up. Any question? Any question? So you can send this.
Yeah,
That's it.
so you can
Comment it.
just put your questions if you have any questions in respect
Okay.
to what I've shared. Presently,
Okay.
I've not gotten any questions.
Okay. Okay, great, great. That's from Superb. So there's a link there, so you can go ahead and then make the payment into this account. Then our team will start your onboarding process. So you have two process two. You can just either make 500 at once, or you can do 200 today. Then you do 130 per month for the next 30 for the next 3 months. So monthly. So to do 130 every month. So if you do 200 today, it will be 130 in 30 days. After that one, another 30 days like that. So, but then if you say, okay, you don't just want to go there, you just want to set everything and then do 500 right now, and then that's it. So that's the process. So guys, that's it. Um, Everything goes straight to this place here. So any question you want to ask, anything, any comment, let's take it. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's know. Then let's go. Any question you want us to take, let's take it. So that's it. It's been a long, long day. Like, and it's quite excited. We've done a lot of stuff today, so it was really a good time. I'm glad. So let's see what you guys are doing. Let's see if you're dropping that. Okay, so let's take that. Okay, guys. Anything? All right. So that's it, and then that's what I wanted to drop with you. I wanted to tell you, I wanted you to know. So I think it's been a great time, being with you guys today. I've had an amazing time with you. So thank you so much for taking out the time to join. It's been such a great time. So I encourage you to do this, and our team are on standby to onboard you, and then to get you the to join the bootcamp, the next bootcamp that's starting next month, the next email marketing certification bootcamp that's starting next month. So and then the team will be able to help you, take you to a place where you want to get to. Then we'll have an amazing life together. So and that's going to be fun together. So guys, thank you so much, and then
Thank you
thank
so
you
much,
so
sir.
much. I'll pause, and then it's been a great time, guys. Thank you so much for taking out the time to join us today. I really appreciate it. So I would I'll hand over now to Wale, who then take things over from here.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. It's been a wonderful session with you, sir. And I just want to say, well, we spent so much time here. Should in case you still have any question to ask in respect to what has been discussed in the webinar, please make use of the email address that has been used in sending emails. I'm very sure that you will get a response to whatever question that you have. And just like it has been said, you have two options. Either you pay the one-time fee of the 500,000, or you pay a deposit of 200,000, while you do a 130,000 payment every month subsequently. So thank you very much, everyone. It's been a wonderful time with every one of you. And because of the time constraint, we'll not be able to go further than this. So thank you so much. I want to appreciate you for coming, and I look forward to seeing you at the boot camp where wonders takes place. Till we see again. God bless you. Amen.